What's up, everybody? Michael Phoenix here, founder of the magazine, as always. God, I gotta come up with a new intro line for everybody. I'm bored with it. Anyway, heading up Hamilton Street here in Allentown on a beautiful summer day. Temps in the 90s, occasional light southern breeze blowing. And people complaining about the heat. Yep, we're in summer. Anyway, I want to kick in part 2 here about the Allentown City of the Future series. Before I get into some of the downsides of this, okay, I gotta give credit to Mayor Pulaski and the city government for managing to pull this off. Things are going to get I'll explain this over the course of this series of articles, but Allentown, things are going to get interesting here. And I'm going to say this one time right now, and the next time you hear it is at the end of this series. Allentown, you know what? Out of the Lehigh Valley, this city is number one in your list, on your watch list. Okay? People have, with the downtown improvement project going on, plus other projects on the agenda, whether you live on the street, whether you are a multi-million to billion-dollar corporate or individual investor, this is number one on your list of things to watch in the Lehigh Valley. This city, how things are going to develop, and whether it's going to succeed, whether it's going to fail, or whether it's going to be a combination of both. So, which is a perfect lead into the heart of part 2 of the article. Some of the downsides from the street level. Okay? Okay. Sorry about that. Some of the downsides from the street level here. Now, with my magazine, to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, with my magazine, I've lived in a hotel. I lived in a hotel to do it. I've done it from living on the street. Okay. I see, so far from what I've seen, as far as, especially in the area of the restaurants, I see these high-end. Dying is not on my list of things to do today. God, eventually we'll make it. But anyway, it seems like with the arena, they are attracting high-end restaurants into this section. Okay, it makes sense. Number one, it's a little redundant. Where that's pretty much what every city and every area tries to do when they have a quote-unquote downtown section. Okay, let's bring in the money. Yeah, that's great. You have to. I'll fully admit it. And you have to bring in the money. Sorry about that. Kind of lost my train of thought. But on the flip side of things, you also have to. You can't give a screw you to the people that live in the area that don't have it. And a majority of Center City is not rich. I mean, walk the streets. You tell me. Okay? Granted, they're trying to attract people with the money into the downtown section. But you go a couple blocks off, it's like the boardwalk in Atlantic City. Go a couple blocks off the boardwalk, guess what? You'll see the real city. You know what? Screw it. Talk about reality TV. Anyway, but this is what Center City's like during around lunchtime around City Hall area. So I'll give you a little bit of reality TV, true reality TV while we're doing this. But, and I said this on Facebook, and for some reason, I could post an article about the homeless from living it, get no comments. I say something like, I start blasting, I start questioning, as far as, hey, what about the people that don't have the money, and starting to attract some lower cost places into the area, and I get blasted for it. Big surprise. But anyway, to get to the point, one of the things is, yes, they are creating jobs for, and Allentown residents will have. It's guaranteed Allentown residents will have the first shot at them. Okay, but here's the downside to it. Number one, how many of those jobs are actually higher paying jobs? Honestly. I mean, it's great to make 8, 10, 12 bucks an hour, but how often on that kind of a salary can you afford to go to, a restaurant where your average meal is 20 to 30 bucks? Basically, it's the main downside is there's two main downsides that I'm getting at, and I apologize for dragging this out. Okay, number one, people that make minimum wage, people that make $10 an hour, 11 bucks an hour. What is the city doing to try to attract these people and keep their business to it doesn't seem like they're trying to attract this income bracket, okay? They're shooting for the high end. Great. Bethlehem East and everybody does that, okay? And I've seen some, a couple of restaurants are going, you know what? Here's a suggestion. There is a Subway here, thank the gods. There is a Subway on Hamilton. Thank the gods for that much. And there are a couple local places like if you go up around like 9th and Hamilton that pretty much everybody can afford at least once a week. But for some of the, that are going in around the arena, you know what? Where's there a law that says you can't drop a McDonald's, a Burger King, or something with a value menu or dollar menu into a downtown section? Places do it. Okay. Why not try to, instead of only going for a certain group of people, why not try to get everybody down here on a regular basis? I mean, where's there a law that says you can't do that? Honestly. So now I will give Allentown a lot of credit. They're actually going to be. I saw they're going to be demolishing a building to put up an art park. Nice. So it's a question of, will Allentown only go for the higher end with these projects in Center City here and on Hamilton, or will they try to achieve the balance between the high income bracket and the higher income bracket and the people that really can't afford everything? And I hate to use these terms, but it's the reality. So that's one. Second question. And as a member of an independent media in the area, I take notice that the city only, that Mayor Pulaski only shoots from Lehigh Valley Live and the Morning Call. Those are the majority of his posts. Got news for the mayor. Those two are slowly dying. We live in the age of the independent media, independent authors, musicians, etc. You're better off, you have better luck, honestly. What about the independent media here? Especially the new ones that are trying to start up. The people that give you the story from the street level. The people that don't bullshit you. The people that, the media in the area, both in print and, video, like my magazine, online, who are up to date and current and looking at the future with doing everything online, only in video. What about the indie media in the area? You're really not the mayor. It seems like, now granted, I don't get into the political side, okay, of things, because there's too many headaches, okay? But with everything going on, I've not, my magazine, The Valley and Beyond, and other independent media in the area are growing in the way are growing in the area. And you know what? Nobody's contacting me about anything yet. I know part of it's my fault, but my whole point is that will the independent media, will the media in the area that's trying to start up, the new ones that have the fresh ideas that, along with what Allentown is doing, looking at the future and coming up with new ways of doing things? Or is it just going to be, oh wow, well, thanks to the morning call, thanks to Lehigh Valley Live, thanks to, you know, Lehigh Valley Style or whatever, and yep, I remember the media. Anyway, you know, it's the simplest things that make you crack up and brighten up your day. But anyway, how much attention, how much focus, you know, is the independent media? Are we going to kind of be left out in the cold here? Or the heat, whatever you want to call it. So those are my two main concerns and the two main downsides to what Allentown's doing. But hey, tomorrow, next week, next month, it could be an entirely different story. The future's past for the city of Allentown in this new phase of reconstruction and basically shaking off the city's past is the future. This story is yet to be written. Okay. By the way, one other downside, and I've actually heard this from some Allentown city cops. Hopefully the crime rate will not increase around this area. I know everything's gonna be monitored like crazy, but and also the main bitch that everybody has. One other thing, the main complaint that that people who live in the area have, the traffic. So yeah, Allentown has some things to figure out yet, but like I said, whether you live on the street, whether you are independent media, and I stress the indies because we're the ones that give you that a lot of us give you the real story from the street level, or whether you're a multi-million to billionaire investor. Allentown is a city looking in only one direction. Place this on the top of your list of things to watch in this area. I don't care who you are, how much money you have. Watch this. Watch what's happening. I'm not talking in the short term. Watch what's happening in Lehigh Valley, in the Allentown, to see if everything's going to pull off the way they hope it to go off the way they're banking on. I think it stands a better than 50% chance right now. So, take care, everybody. I'm going to wrap it up in part 3. All right? Be safe in the night and always. Thanks for the support. Hope you enjoyed the little bit of a relaxed Center City view on a Tuesday. Take care, everybody. Be safe in the night and always. If you live in the U.S., happy 4th of July. Have a great 4th of July. Thanks for the support.